Hello, guys. How are you doing? Welcome to this lesson. On the last lesson, we did all this work. Now, on this lesson, we are going to talk about HTML elements and attributes. Now, let's try to understand what is uh, elements. Elements is defined by a starting tag, some contents, and then an end tag. What that means that HTML element is consists of three parts: starting tag, the content, and the end tag. Like for instance, let me put it in perception so you can understand. Let's say the P paragraph, right? This here, let me just put here some text. Let's just say here, there. So this here, this is the all this here. So now this here, this is the starting tag, and this is the content, and this here is the closing tag, right? So all of this put together are known as element, right? Now, even an element can be even this here, and this is the closing tag for it. So that's why they say HTML is made of elements, right? Now, elements, there are several number of elements in HTML, right? Just like as the P, and you can have also something like, let's say, a div, and you have some content here. This is also an HTML element, right? And now let's try to understand what is the difference between HTML elements and tag, right? Because there is a little bit difference. Now this here, just the starting or these are known as tag, right? Starting tag and tag. But all put together is known as elements. You cannot say, oh, all of this is called a tag. No, tag is just the single, the opening and the closing. But all put together is known as an element. So that's the difference, right? Now, an HTML has a starting and a closing tag, but not all elements have a closing tag. Like for instance, we have an exception, as we have been doing. Like the break doesn't have an end tag, and also the um, HR also doesn't have an end tag, and also even the image tag also doesn't have an end tag. These are known as void elements, right? Void element, they don't have an end tag, you know. Now this BL, this BL and this HR, they are also known as empty elements because they do not have content, they do not carry content, right? This BR is just to create a space like between this and this, right? Just to create space, right? And this HR is just a straight line through, as we have already seen on the last video, you know. And one thing to note that in HTML, for instance, if you do like this, HTML is case insensitive, right? It's not case sensitive. Like this P, like let's just say this P and this is the same as a lower P and this. Let us confirm. And and let's just say from here, refresh, you will see here, see all of them display correctly, right? And this is the HR. You see, it just gets a line, a straight line through, right? So HTML is not case sensitive like other programming and other languages. You know, it's not case sensitive. This upper and this, they are the same. It will work just fine. But it's recommended that you use only lowercase. That's professional. You know, the blue 3C, that is the World Wide Web consortium. They recommend that you use lowercase, just to be, professional, and also one thing to note that if you forget the end tag like this and this, and you save it, it will also work. Let's just see. As you can see, it will display, right? It will display just as fine. Or let me just say, let's just say the H1, hello world. And then just now, if you notice, it doesn't have a closing tag. But if we refresh, you will notice that it still appears here, right? So even if you do not put an end tag, it will work just fine. But it's not recommended to do this because sometimes, like if you do this, the browser will cover for you, but not every time. You know, the browser will put the extra. It will know that this person forgets the end tag. Well, it's not good for you to leave it out, right? So just know that. So it's not recommended to skip elements. Now let's talk about one thing that's known as nested HTML element, right? Now all we have been doing nested HTML element, but so you understand, like if you say, let's just say p paragraph, uh, and here this one, I will just italicize this, italicize, expose, uh, save. Now this is known as nested elements. Now you see this HTML element is inside the P element. We have been working with nested elements all of this video. Now even this HTML tag, this is the parent HTML element, and we have this head and the body. So all of them, they are nested. If you save this, you come over here, as you can see here, it still disappears. Now you see it italicized, this one, right? So that's what is known as nested elements. We'll stop here for now. On the next video, we're going to talk about HTML activity. Thank you for watching.